Hey guys, JJTube here, and today in this video I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my Minecraft castle that I built a long time ago. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is going around the castle and showing off the accessories of the castle in a manner of speaking. So for the first part, I will show you the forest that I built. As you can see, I added a wide variety of flowers and grasses slash ferns. And I also added some berries because I thought it would just make it look more Minecrafty and foresty. And over here, I also added a beehive because I thought it would just give it more of a natural feel. The second part of the outside of the castle is this pathway that leads to this village. And basically this would be where the peasants would live, like people who were poor. Like a trash village, for example. There's really not much to go over it other than there's 3 houses, a bed in each one, and this one is kind of like the big bed, and these are the roofs that they had made of hay. And really quickly before I go inside the castle, I would like to say that I did build a moat all the way around the castle. So the next part is this windmill that I built. Now unfortunately, no, it does not spin, but I did take a lot of time looking and researching at windmills to try and make sure that I get a good view of it. And if we go inside, there is a staircase, and it goes all the way up to the top, and you could go out on this deck and just look around, and it would be a nice area to look at. But without further ado, let's go inside, and I'll show you how to do that. You just go up here, and then you can just jump in here. Boom. Right off the bat, we can see this quote-unquote lever, which really doesn't really do anything. It's for looks only. But I could not get this thing to move, unfortunately. And as you can see, we also have armor stands with iron on them, and this is supposed to represent knight armor. Back in the medieval times, this is what they wore, well, at least in Minecraft. Now I also did add some art because I think it would just make the castle look a lot better, and overall I think it did. Now really quickly before I go inside one of the pillars, I just have to say that I'm only going into these 2 because they're the only ones worth showing because they actually have stuff inside, and these 2 are basically just empty versions of these. As you can see, we have a spiral staircase that goes all the way up to the 2nd floor. And on the 2nd floor, we have a stove where all the food is cooked. And then if we go up again, it brings us to the top where there's a flag and a chimney. And yes, there is a flag on each corner of the castle, and there's also one on top of the tower. Now if we were to go back down to the 2nd floor and across, this is the castle wall that I have built on this side, and over here in the corner, this is where all the fancy people would dine and eat. And these carpets are supposed to represent place. I know it's trash, don't judge me. Now we can go into the castle, and right off the bat there's a tripwire hook that activates, and we have fireworks. And we will go obviously clockwise. So over here we have some barrels and hay blocks, just so I could have some aesthetic for the village, just to make it look better. These really have no purpose other than just to be here. Over here is the blacksmith area, where the blacksmith would forge armor and weapons and a bunch of other things that blacksmiths would build. Now the design for this one was basically ones from a normal village in Minecraft, except I also recreated it myself, and overall I think it looks pretty good. except for the one problem that I had over here where I originally had this as wood, but since there was lava here, I had fire spread on, the fire melted all the wood here, so I just replaced it with cobble. And if we go inside, we just have a cauldron, and I used to have an armor stand in here, but I guess I forgot to replace it and it's broken. And over here we have shops that I built that I'll tell you why I have them, but later in the video. And the next thing is, well, you can see what it is. Whoops. Well, where'd he go? And this is my animal farm for animals and all your animal needs. And over here we have my horse stables for the thing that I told you guys that I was going to tell you about later. These are the two horses that will compete in a tournament later. So we have where the king lives, and there is his beautiful throne that he sits upon every day. And next to him is his money, of course, his most valuable possessions, because that's what a king needs to be a king. Up these stairs are, you guessed it, more stairs, but I'm not going to go up there, I'm just going to teleport. So here we have the wizard's castle, where he does all his wizard things, like with these books, and it's a chanting table, and every once in a while when he's bored he can look out the window, I guess. Yeah, anyways, let's go back down. But again, I'm too lazy, so I'm just gonna teleport. And this is the jousting arena in which the horses will compete. And the main objective of the game is to knock the other player on the horse off with a lance, which is basically a very long stick. And if you hit them in the chest, that's 1 point, and if you hit them in the head, that is 2 points, and if you knock them off the horse, that is 3 points. And that is how jousting works. Thy dungeon for thy peasants of betrayal. Here lies the dungeon, keep out. If thou disproves, thou shalt be censorwood by thy publics amuse. Haha, that's just a little thing that I added just to be funny. And outside the dungeon we have a nice little campfire that I think is very nice that I built it, because I added all the things you would normally add. A dark leafy floor, a campfire, and logs around it so you could tell spooky stories at night. And if we go into the dungeon, we have chains and lanterns on the ceiling of every cell and even the hallway. Now if we were to go into the cell, like I said before, more chains and lanterns, and we also have a bed which is basically made of carpet and a spruce door to make it look like the bed is being hung up by the wall just like a prison. And these cells also carry bats! Although with what's happening these days, that thing should not be in here. These two criminals, these criminal scum, the worst people in the castle, do you want to know what they did? Well, you're gonna know. They paid 8 gold ingots instead of 9. Such criminals. They deserve to be put in this cell. Just criminal scum. I'm out of here. That's how mad I am. That is how mad I am. I am out of here. I do not want to look at these criminal scum no more. And that should be it. Psych! There is a secret door to somewhere cool. In here, if you go down this scaffolding, it leads you into this room where the people keep all of their secret treasures. And of course we have all the treasures in here. We have the diamonds and the gold and nether stars and dragon eggs, yeah. And then through these doors is the way out. Now you could take the minecart or just walk there, but I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna walk out. And it leads just back out to the back of the castle, out of the moat. And to get back in, all you have to do is just climb these vines, walk across here, and then go down these vines. And you're out of the outside and into the inside of the castle. But if we were to go back in, down the scaffolding again, you may have noticed that there's more scaffolding, which leads to something very cool in my opinion. All you have to do is just go up that scaffolding, up a little bit more stairs, and up more scaffolding. It's a long way, I'm just gonna fly. Oh, or not. Which, this scaffolding leads to the dragon's mouth of the statue. And if you were to step on this pressure plate, it shoots fireballs. You just need to hop off, hop on, hop off, hop on. Isn't that just the coolest thing? Anyways guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and as I end, I will do some scenes of the castle. And that's it for now. Thank you all for watching, and bye.